aren't able to, we got it. Thank you. All right, so welcome. I'm Bunny Pratt, and I am the District 5910 Learning Facilitation Chair. And I'm here with my President-elect PEP Squad to guide and encourage you as you prepare to take action for your Rotary Adventure, which starts July 1st. So just to give you a preview of what we're going to be doing today, we will have 2 acts. The basics, which will be recorded, that'll be approximately 1 hour. And then we will have breakout discussions, not recorded, that will take place the 2nd hour. And then in that breakout discussion time, it's really meant to be smaller groupings of your peer groups along with one of our facilitation team members. And just hopefully as you go through this day and your preparations, remember that you've been elected to serve your club and the district as president. So this is a wonderful opportunity to create a positive Rotary legacy. And we hope that you'll see it that way. We want you to be excited to learn and explore the vast resources that are here to support you and to meet some of the people who will be cheering for you along your journey. So to begin, while everyone else is muted, I would like Jared Scoggins to recite the Rotary Vision Statement.
All righty, good morning. My name is Jared Scoggins. I'm from Aggieland Rotary, and I think this is pretty important because you can't lead or inspire unless you have a vision, mission, and shared values. So today we're just going to recite Rotary's vision. So together we see a world where people unite and take action to create lasting change across the globe, in our communities, and in ourselves. That's pretty powerful. Thank you.
Thank you, Jared. So we're going to hear today from our incoming district governor for 24-25, Mr. Leon Wilhite. Jared, will you go ahead and highlight our panel of people when I say their names? So Leon, give us a wave. All right, there we go, Leon. Then we have our 5910 Learning PEP Squad, starting with Vicki Barnes of the Spindletop Rotary Club.
Good morning, everyone.
Then we also have Karen Chapman from the Lone Star Rotary E Club.
Hi.
Next, we have Jared Scoggins from the Aggieland Rotary Club. And then they're all going to be talking about some of our resource pages. Then we're going to have Bobby Chapman, who's going to talk about grant planning and the Rotary Foundation.
Good morning.
And then yours truly, Bunny Pratt, I will wrap up Act 1 with a focus on storytelling. So that will be our Act 1, the basics. Then we're going to take a short break, and then we'll divide into our peer breakout rooms with our PEP Squad facilitators for some Q&A. Our goal is to end before 11 a.m. So let's get the show rolling and action. I'm going to turn it over to Leon Wilhite, our district governor-elect.
Thank you, Bunny. Bunny has been such a good leader, and I really appreciate her leadership. And just the whole idea of being district governor is somewhat overwhelming for me, but I'm excited with the team that we have. I really feel excited and feel like that we're going to have an outstanding year. I just recently was in Florida meeting with a group of 530 other district governor-elects, and it was just phenomenal to see that many people and their partners from around the world meeting in one place. And we'll have a little clip of President-elect Stephanie Yurchik. And it was just a phenomenal experience of having the ability to sit with so many outstanding people. First little coffee shop, I was sitting next to a couple, and they were from Israel. and they shared a few things about the crisis in their country, and they got up, and another couple came in. It was from Ukraine, and it's just phenomenal that you're able to talk with those people. And the next day we sat next to and were a part of a gentleman from Russia. So we truly are a world organization, and just uh, uh, Stephanie will be talking to us here in just a minute with a clip, but she declared that our theme this year was the magic of Rotary, and just looking out across that big convention and having breakout sessions with people from South America and all over the world. It truly is magic. Rotary is magic because we have so many opportunities to connect. Anyway, we were talking at the district level, particularly the Palestine crew, and we want this year to be also a theme of the movies. I think that growing up, I felt like that a lot of the magic that I saw was at the movies. And so our theme, we're going to be trying to do some things at P.E.T.S and district conference and others. We're going to be doing movies, and I'd ask each club to think about what would how would your club characterize a movie? And rumors have it that Harrison Ford might show up at P.E.T.S. We may have Indiana Jones, or we may be talking about Star Wars. So the magic will be with us throughout this year. But I would challenge you really in four areas I'd like to bring to your attention. Uh, President Stephanie is talking about how can we be irresistible clubs? How can we bring our clubs to a point where people just can't help but want to be a part of us? And I know that many of us want to stick with what we've done in the past, and I'm kind of one of those in a way. But we need to be thinking about how can we dream and visualize our club in such a way that it would just be irresistible for people. Take a fresh view. I would ask each of you as club leaders to meet with your leadership team and to be open to change and see as visitors come or whatever, look at your club, see what's going on within your club, and what is holding you back from being irresistible, and see if you can't make those kinds of changes. I also feel like that the next thing is that sometimes we meet, we eat, we fellowship with our people, with our friends, but there's no inspiration. So I'm calling on us all to find ways, those aha moments, those mountaintop experiences. How can we have a program? How can we have, greeting people as visitors that are coming in and members that are coming in? How can we make this club inspirational? And if you're not an inspiration necessarily as a speaker, but you have people within your club that can bring that inspiration, and I call us all to find inspiration. And then we've got to be clubs of action. Um, Sometimes we have this special project, the one big project, and sometimes we work so hard on the one big project, but just really find ways that people from the outside that are looking into our clubs, how can they just vision and understand us to be clubs of action? In Palestine, Brenda Walker, many years ago, we started being a part of a parade in downtown Palestine. That's everybody really was downtown. It's a way that we could really, always have at least one of the most exciting parade floats, and that's just a matter of how can we not only do projects, but how can we be seen and be visible, and obviously through social media and so forth. I really feel like the other part is purpose. I think sometimes our members can move off in a corner, that they're not asked to do things. They're not encouraged. And I really think that if we can find each member a purpose in your club, what's your club known for? What would happen if you didn't have your club? So I think we need a club purpose. What are we here? And then also each member needs to feel like that if they don't do their part, their little piece, then the Rotary Club will not be successful. And I think each of us have to work on that purpose. And it's not just, this day or this 6 months. We have to match up skill sets with our members and find a way to get them in action and engaged. Anyway, I'm very excited about the possibilities. I think the magic, it's just not a magic wand. I think, as you hear, it's not a, hit it with a magic wand, but it's really building our team, pulling it together in such a way that we can really have an exciting year. So I just challenge you all, encourage you all. Rhonda Harrington, I think, was going to be on this call, but I think Bunny might have sent out a form that will give you an opportunity to update all your officers and your management team. I'm trying to do a directory this year. I'm not sure I can make copies for everybody, but I'm going to make a directory that's definitely going to be available to my presidents and other leadership. But I want to make sure that we have a fresh, clean directory, and I need to know your officers and your team. And I need a picture of you as a president. It doesn't have to be fancy, but I need a picture. So Rhonda Harrington has been challenged to badger you if necessary, but to get that information, I'd like to make sure that I have it in and around P.E.T.S. If you don't have it ready before P.E.T.S, we'll need to have it finished there. Bunny, I do thank you for the opportunity to visit with this group.
All right. Thank you, Leon. Next, we are going to go and hear from our incoming Rotary International President-elect, Stephanie Urchik. And this will be a short video about the theme.
Members who want to spread hope for peace in their community can plant a peace pole in the local park, playground, or any community space. And one of my favorite tools for peace building is our four-way test. We would live in a better world if every Rotary member truly lived the four-way test instead of simply reciting it. Rotary members have plenty of ways to support peace-building efforts, but today I want you to remember this. To spread peace around the world, we must first find peace within ourselves. Performing acts of kindness can ease symptoms of anxiety or depression and promote social connection more effectively than any known approach. We find joy in helping others, but we also face a tough balancing act. We must change ourselves and stay true to who we are. That's why I have adopted the colors of orange and sky blue as my theme colors. As a dominant color of autumn, orange represents the shifting of seasons, the end of one phase and the beginning of another. In fact, orange is the primary color of change. Blue, on the other hand, is associated with knowledge and intelligence, trust, loyalty, and dependability. Blue inspires open communication. Combined, these colors represent our burning need to move forward together as we change ourselves and change the world. With that, I've teased you long enough. Who's ready to hear the 24-25 annual theme? All right, I will tell you our theme after one quick story. Years ago, I was in the Dominican Republic helping to install water filters. Two young boys watched as dirty water entered the filter in one end and emerged clean out the other end. I will never forget the first time we stopped the water flow. One of the boys grabbed my sleeve and said, lady, show me that magic again." Obviously, the water filter wasn't magic. We worked hard to transport those filters, install them, and work with the recipients in the area to maintain them. But those boys knew that easy access to clean water would change their lives. Knowing that I played a small part in that certainly changed my life. And that's why our annual theme is the magic of Rotary. Now, don't misunderstand me. We are not going to grow membership, end polio, or bring peace to the world by waving a wand and saying some funny words. It's up to you. You create the magic with every project completed, every dollar donated, and every new member inducted. The magic of Rotary can encourage whatever drives your local clubs. You can grow the magic of Rotary if you're adding new members to our family. You can unlock the magic of Rotary if you're unlocking the power of women and girls. You can advance the magic of Rotary if you're fundraising to help change the world. And when our year as Rotary president and district governors has come to an end, it's up to us to make sure there's a whole line of people behind us, ready to keep that magic going. I love my Rotary family, and I can feel that love in this room. That's why I know that you are capable of making every club in your district simply irresistible. This International Assembly won't last forever. Make the most of even the smallest moments. The briefest connection could result in a lifelong friendship. The simplest lesson could change your entire Rotary career. Don't let these opportunities pass you by. And when we return home, let's change the world by embracing the magic of Rotary.
So hopefully you got some good talking points out of that and had some your own inspiration about how you can make a difference. I hope you also noticed that when they're looking at the theme, they're doing it with the context of different languages because we are a worldwide international organization. And we hope that when you're looking at your projects too, that you do so from the idea of our Rotary four-way test, living it each day, and also looking at our overall goals with our areas of focus. And you'll hear more about that. So because we are learning things, I want to launch some poll questions. So we're going to see how awake you are this morning with our poll questions. And the first is, what's RI's top priority worldwide? Then what is the presidential theme for 2024-2025? And what's an example of positive peace building? So let me start the poll and give you a few minutes or a few seconds to answer it. All right, I relaunched the poll, so hopefully you can check off what you think. All right, I see some answers coming in. All right, 18 of you have voted. All right, well, hopefully you kind of get kind of what we're going for, just helping you build some recollection of what some of our things that we're trying to focus on. So what is RI's top priority worldwide? It is polio eradication. We've been working on it for over 30 years, and we're going to continue working on it and making our priority until it's completed. We're this close. We keep needing to push forward and keep promoting that, because even though maybe others in our country have forgotten what polio was, we remember, and we know people that have been personally affected by it, and so we want to keep it that top priority. And like Stephanie was talking about the presidential theme, there's lots of different ways to create magic, and we have that opportunity to do that through our Rotary involvement. And then there's lots of ways that are peace building, and remember to think about that and incorporate that when you're looking at your projects in your daily commitment through Rotary. So next we are going to hear from Vicki Barnes, who is a president herself currently, who's joined our PEP squad. And Vicki's going to talk to us about presidential responsibilities.
Good morning, everyone. So you heard the theme music from Pirates of the Caribbean, and I think that's perfect music for today, because you're now going to be captains of your own ships, right? And the first thing you do as a captain is you set your course. Our course is going to be the goals that you set for your club. So you need to set attainable goals before you can even take over as president. I know what we do in our club, and I think a lot of clubs do this, is before you take over July 1st, you set your first kind of board meeting where you set these goals with the current board and then your board that you're going to have for your presidential year, because you're going to choose those team members before you get to your presidential year. You want to set attainable goals, but ones that are going to challenge your club. Attainable in the fact that if you're a club of, like Spindletop, we're about 32 members right now. I'm not going to set a goal of 50 members. That's going to be unattainable, but I am going to challenge myself into attaining more members. You want to set goals for membership and growth, the annual fund and polio giving, and then there are a whole set in Club Runner or in Rotary Club Central of goals to set for yourself. I highly recommend you go in, look at all of those, and sit down with your team and set those goals. And set your course. It really sets the tone for your entire year. And I just did at my board meeting halfway through my term now. We went through, rechecked those goals where we're at, and set new goals as to how we're going to meet those goals that we set at the beginning of the year. So they keep us on course throughout the year. Next, you want to gather your team, not only your board members, but then breaking your team members down into committees, your core members who all want to participate. Using all of your members to the best of your ability allows you to delegate your responsibilities. A captain is nothing without his crew, right? And all of your members have special skill sets that you will want to use. You're going to preside over the club meetings and the board meetings, but there's only so much that you as the president can handle on your own. You want to delegate all those responsibilities out. And then you also have district governor, the assistant governors that Leon has delegated his responsibilities out to too, because he can't do it on his own. And they will work closely with you to help you. And then you have your pep squad here, our training team, who is always willing to help with anything that you need. So you have lots of people to reach out to. You don't have to do it on your own. I know without Debbie, who's on this call, my president-elect, and Michael Lee, our past president, I would not be able to do anything that I do. So that's my, core team. And then, sorry, I have to move my little thing so I can see. You want to make your plan on your projects. And what I really do is look at the interest of my team of core members and what their interests are. If I have a lot of members who are teachers or work at school districts, our district grant project is a book fair because they're really into literacy and working with children. We also have a lot of members who work for government agencies that deal with children. And so we have a lot of our speakers come from that sort of community. And that way it keeps our members engaged and wanting to come to meetings. And you always want to make sure that you're addressing the needs of not only your club, but your community that you're involved in. So we do interest polls of our club and what they think the interests of the community are as well. Okay, thank you, Bunny. And the number one thing, and we make this our number 5 on our 4-way test, is to have fun.
Great. Thank you so much, Vicki. This comes from a tried and true president in action right now. So she has some tips based on her year and what it's been. So she wanted to share that with you. Next, we're going to hear from Karen Chapman about other ways you can prepare.
Hey there, everybody. And I just want to say congratulations. You are the new PE of your club. You know, what's interesting about Rotary, not only is it worldwide, we're all different. Clubs are all different. So all of you on this call, your incoming presidents-elect come from different clubs, different cultures, different backgrounds. Some of you came from some of you have a huge club, 200 people. Some of you have a tiny club like mine, which is the E Club. We have 15 people. So nobody's more important than anybody else. You're all incoming PEs and you all have special needs. So what are the best ways you can get ready for your year? What are they? Bunny. All right. I told my husband I was going to do this, and he said, Karen, it might fall on its face, but let's prove him wrong. Okay, everybody unmute yourself right now. Everybody, whether your face is on or not. All right. Now, when I was in high school, I was a cheerleader. And yeah, wait a minute, don't form opinions, okay? Don't do that. But one of the things they taught us, and the most important thing for us in leading, in my case, you know, the cheer squad, whatever, but in your case, the most important thing for you to have is a positive mental attitude. So I'm going to ask you, on your positive mental attitude is enthusiasm, okay? So here's the exercise. When I ask you, how's your PMA? How's your positive mental attitude? I want you to yell as loudly as you can. Boy, am I enthusiastic. Let's try it. How's your PMA?
Boy, am I enthusiastic.
So I might even ask you later on, when I ask you, how's your PMA? What do you
Boy,
say?
am I
Boy, am I
enthusiastic.
enthusiastic.
Boy, am I
That's
enthusiastic.
how you prepare. Get excited. Now, you may have been waiting years. In a big club, you may have been waiting years to be president. Congratulations, you made it. In a little club, they may have said, oh, it's your turn, and you're freaking out, and you're like, oh my God, doesn't matter how you got there. All you need to prepare and carry through for your year is your enthusiasm. One more time, how's your PMA?
Boy,
am I enthusiastic.
Boy, am I
Okay.
enthusiastic.
We did it, Bobby. Okay, everybody mute. All right, now, the next thing, what do you need to prepare? Okay, I cannot stress this enough. Again, we all come from different clubs, different backgrounds. Some of us hate computers, some of us love computers. Regardless, your best friend next year, right now and next year, is Rotary, myrotary.org. That's your best friend. I don't care if you've signed up. I don't care if you have an account. Today, to prepare for your year, you're going to go in there. And if you don't have an account, you're going to sign up. If you have any problems with any of this, please do not hesitate to call me, Bunny, Vicky, all these people on the call. Please, I promise, no question is too dumb. If you have not signed up for what, it's okay. But as a president, this is the number one thing. Why do you need it? All of your tools are there. We used to, back when I was president a billion years ago, they gave us a big binder with stuff in it. That's my preference. But now all you need is myrotary.org. Okay, Bunny, let's move on. One of the things you're going to find in myrotary.org is something called the Learning Center. The Learning Center is a place where you can learn, and at any level, about Rotary, district leadership, membership, whatever it is, this is a whole little classroom that you can go to and learn things about Rotary. The one that you want to pay attention to before you get to P.E.T.S is, can we go back just 1 minute, Bunny? Is club, okay, it's club leadership. Do you see it's at the top in the middle, club leadership? All right, there you go. So when you get to club leadership, you're going to take 2 courses before you get to P.E.T.S. One is Club President Basics, and the other one is Club President Intermediate. Do not be scared. These actually are very good. I'm going to be taking it. I'm going to be a facilitator at P.E.T.S. I'm going to be taking your course. Don't be scared about, it says it's 4 hours and 15 minutes. People have been zooming through them a lot faster. So we ask that you go to myrotary.org, find the Learning Center. It's all on that one page. And then you take these courses before you get to P.E.T.S. I promise when you get there, you're going to be so far ahead of everything. Okay. And also one thing I want to mention, in the Learning Center, Leon can see who took the class. He's not going to go looking. He's not going to say, no, you can't come. You didn't take the class. But he does know, and the district gets awards, and it really just, it's an incentive. It encourages you. I just can't tell you how important this part is. And it is something you're going to have to do on your own. And how do you eat an elephant? You get in there and maybe take, 1 hour course today and 1 hour course tomorrow. That's how I'm going to break it down before I see you guys in Dallas. So, so just a quick checklist, and you don't have to write any of this down, of how to prepare for your year, okay, is once again, oh, wait a minute. How's your PMA? Boy, am I enthusiastic. Okay. Enthusiastic. Okay. So here's a little checklist. You're going to get this, so don't worry about writing it down, but you're going to go in there before P.E.T.S and you're going to take those classes. And then you're going to go to P.E.T.S. That's another thing you're going to do. And start thinking about, and a lot of these things we already covered, Victoria already covered, but start meeting with your new team and start analyzing your club's strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and they say risks. That's kind of, don't worry about that. Worry about it, but sit down with your team and say, hey, here's a snapshot of our club. Here's who we are. What are we going to do to get organized? And listen, no president can do this alone. As Victoria said, no president can do this alone. Surround yourself with talented people. They're going to make you look good. So you're going to assign chair people, a public image chair, a foundation chair, service projects, whatever you need, whatever your club needs, whatever you're working on. I used to be in the Spindletop Club. Those of you familiar, we used to do the Soapbox Derby. We had a Soapbox Derby committee. Don't be afraid to put together committees and hold those chairmen to it and say, here's what I need you to do. So you can't do it alone. And then develop an action plan. What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? How are we going to do this? Let's set goals. Again, that's in myrotary.org to set goals. So that's just a little checklist of what to do on how to prepare for your year. And now I'm going to shoot it over to Jared, who has some exceptionally exciting dates.
All righty. So the one that everybody's really familiar with is Lone Star Pets, March 1st through 3rd. I don't think anyone needs a reminder for that, especially if you're here, but it's pretty cool. You will get to meet and network with everybody else that's in the same boat as you are, and hopefully share some resources and gain a friend and a confidant you can work with here. Next is the District Tech Talk. And so you're going to get a fire hose of information today and also through P.E.T.S. And then you're going to go back and sit at the computer and say, what did they say? How did I do this? How did I do that? So show up March 18th to the District Tech Talk, and then we'll help you get through and navigate through My Rotary and Club Runner and Rotary Club Central, where you go in and you can set and change your club goals and things like that. The next, there is the District Assembly. That is May 4th. And may the 4th be with you with our movie themed Rotary under Leon, excuse me. And then finally is the district conference, and that is April 26th through 28th at the South Shore Harbor Resort. There is a QR code at the bottom right of your screen, and we will also be emailing out the links to register for a hotel.
Thank you, Jared. And the QR code that's on your screen, if you want to scan it now and bookmark it, that is for our district calendar. And so that's very helpful just to have as a bookmark within your phone link so that you can always kind of keep it on ready view, if that makes sense. And one thing you'll learn in our District Tech Talk is how you, as a Club Runner user at your own club, can add things to our district calendar just by clicking a toggle. So we look forward to sharing some quick tips like that with you.
Is Tech Talk in person?
No, Karen, it is by Zoom. And so when you go to the district calendar, you'll have the opportunity to register for that, and then you'll get the Zoom credentials following it, just like you did for this meeting. And then the district assembly is in person in Bryan. So we're trying to do multiple things in different ways to accommodate lots of different schedules. All right, next up, we have Bobby Chapman to talk about the foundation.
Thank you, Bunny. Good morning. I'd like to talk with you all just for a few minutes briefly about our Rotary Foundation, and I'm going to touch briefly on the district grant process. What is the Rotary Foundation, and why should we give to it? The foundation is the charitable arm of Rotary, and that's what allows us to do all the good things that we do around the world. The foundation receives our contributions, and then it transforms those into projects that change lives. in our community and also across the globe. You know, Rotary has roughly 35,000 clubs around the world, and using foundation grants, these clubs, including those in our district, are developing projects and carrying out these projects using these grants to promote peace, fight disease, provide clean water, sustain mothers and children, improving education, and strengthening the local economies. Our foundation is supported entirely by our contributions and friends of the Rotary Foundation that share our vision. So when we give to the annual fund, when your club and your club members give to the annual fund of the foundation, a portion of those contributions comes back to our district. It's available for district grants that your club can apply for. And I want to encourage all of you to continue supporting our foundation because it's essential so that we can keep doing the great work that we're doing in our communities and around the world. Talking about district grants just for the moment, 30 clubs in our district received a district grant this year. And we really hope your club will apply for one next year. There is a list of things that you need to do to qualify your club. It's not complicated, but your club must be qualified in order to apply. That qualification is good for 1 year, and you must renew that qualification each year to be eligible. And the reason for that is things change in the Rotary world, and the qualifications therefore will be changing as Rotary progresses. So, and also there's a change in leadership in your club every year. So we ask that each club get qualified each year. And it will take two members of your club to attend a grants training workshop. And we're doing all this by video now. We're not doing it in person. When you go to our district website, you'll be able to view 2 videos, take a quiz. If you pass with a score of 70 or above, and you do this by August 1st, that's one of the steps to being qualified. And then you have until August 15th to submit your grant application. Your final report, and you must complete your project and submit that final report by next June 1, 2025. What makes a good district grant project? I always tell people, look at your own community. What are your needs? What are the needs of your community? What can you do to improve the lives of others? Think of Rotary's 7 areas of focus. Does your project idea align with one or more of those areas? Are you helping a segment of the community in need? Are you improving or promoting education and literacy? Just to give you an example of what some recent district grant projects have been, one club built wheelchair ramps for the disabled. Another club provided books to elementary school students. Another one offered infectious disease screenings, working together with a local hospital. Several clubs have assembled layette kits for maternal health care for mothers and have shipped those down to Central America. Another club or 2 just this last year installed some playground equipment at a park in the local community. Another one provided and distributed food to those in need in the community. And another club provided some new school clothing for underprivileged foster children. I think you get the idea. Take a look at your community, think of what the needs are. In order to access all the resources that are available to you to help you apply for a district grant and to learn about district grants, if you'll go to our district website, and that's Rotary5910.org. On the home page at the very top, you'll see I've circled the word service. If you click on service, there'll be a drop down. And then the second one down currently says district grants. Click on district grants, and that will take you to the district grant page, which you'll see on the next slide. On this page, you will find everything you ever wanted to know about district grants. In the center section, you will see a list of the requirements. These are the things you need to do for your club to be qualified to apply for a district grant. We won't go through those today. They're there for you to read. And we'll be updating this list with new dates shortly. On the left margin, you'll see a list of files that are available to you. The applications are there. There's one in Word and another one in PDF. The memorandum of understanding form, which you'll need to sign and return. And then also, we just posted the final report forms, one in Word and one in PDF, for your clubs to turn in your final report. And that report is due this coming June 1. Lastly, also on that same column, you'll see the training modules, the videos, and the 2 quizzes. And those are not, these are last year's videos. We will be updating those in the next few weeks, and those will be available to you. Lastly, Ruth Suler in the Galveston Club will be the district grants chair next year. So please call Ruth or me with any questions you have about district grants. We are here to help you. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Bobby. We appreciate your willingness to serve in that capacity and help our president-elects get prepared. So put your thinking caps on. What do you want to do in your club this year? Ask your club members. Have them contribute. That builds those bridges of retention that we want for our membership. We also want to look at the magic of storytelling. So public image is everything, right? We learned that last year from Patrick Harrison, who's one of our public image gurus in our Rotary zone. And so I just want you to start thinking about the why. The why is what matters. The what gets it done, right? That's the nuts and bolts. But the why is what pulls at heartstrings and keeps people engaged. It enriches us and it enriches others and attracts them to us. So I just want to share this example. This was a district grant. So this is a district grant story that was done by the Spindletop Rotary Club. And so what it is, and this was basically a direct quote from the online article. Michael Lee, Spindletop Rotary immediate past president, initiated a goal to provide a book for every student at Blanchette. Like last year, she submitted a grant to Rotary District 5910 and was awarded $3,000. Spindletop Rotary matched the grant, which enabled the club to purchase over 500 books. So that's the what. Okay, but we want the why. So why does it matter? The why helps communicate that Spindletop Rotary serves children by giving them a chance to choose a book they can keep. They can keep it at home, and that promotes education and literacy. The why also illustrates that Michael Lee, as a Rotarian, benefits too by serving her community through Rotary. So as you're thinking about the projects that you're going to support through a district grant, you're going to plan for that, right? So it's anticipated, and it's probably worth talking about if you're going to take the time to invest money in the requirements to get the grant and then to finalizing the grant. So remember the why, the storytelling, not just the what, because what makes your club irresistible? We love Rotary and we want it to flourish. And so sharing the why, whether it's through a personal experience, volunteering on projects, and doing good for others, it keeps members engaged, and it also builds a culture others want to participate in. So that's the importance of the why and the magic of storytelling. Here's another story. Let's listen in. This is from Texas to Guatemala, a 60-second Rotary grant story. So that took 60 seconds. How much was communicated in that 60-second video? So that's the magic of storytelling. But sometimes you need to do a little preparation to think about what pictures you want to capture, what music you might want to put to it, taking the time to understand how to compose that with the words so you don't have to hear it. You can see it in social media. Okay. So that's one of the things that we're going to have a breakout at our May 4th, is basically some nuts and bolts of how to do that type of storytelling through our technology that we keep. That was just done on this cell phone, because that's my Rotary journey, on a district grant that our club did to Guatemala, partnering with Habitat Global Village. I took all of that on my phone. I created that video on my phone through the iPhone app. So again, sometimes you just need a little training, and that's what we're here to help you find out more about. The other thing that is helpful to kind of even get ideas and share your stories is through Rotary Showcase. So remember Karen talked about my Rotary? Well, at my Rotary, that's where the Rotary Showcase lives. Anyone without a login can get to Rotary Showcase, because that's a way that it helps share our story through the World Wide Web. But in order to post projects, you have to have a Rotary login. So the Rotary Showcase is a place where you can find project partners. Maybe you're interested in a area of focus in particular. You can go there and you can find out more, because it's kind of organized by the type of project that it supports. This one was disease prevention and treatment. So you can look it up and you can filter it by keywords. You can look at it by region. You can look at it by state, by city, by district. So you can browse the projects. So it's a really important mechanism and a resource. So remember that you can post your own stories to Rotary Showcase. And I would encourage you to do that and to plan for that at least 1 year this year, and make it maybe if you apply and get a grant, it should be your grant story, because that helps, again, show the value of why it's important to continue giving to the Rotary Foundation, because it gives back, and it takes a few dollars and it multiplies that impact by combining it through that grant process. The other thing that it does here is, see this little Facebook share? It automatically creates a shareable link. So you can just post it here once, and then you can share it out or provide that link and send that link from here. So again, these are things that we can help show you as part of the Presidential PEP Squad. So I hope you'll be inspired by Rotarians around the world by visiting Rotary Showcase. So, all right, that ends our Act 1. Can you believe it? We have flown by. So we are going to take a 5-minute bio break, get a beverage of choice, stretch your legs, and then in 5 minutes, we're going to come back and we're going to have our peer breakouts. So without further ado, take a chance and we'll see you in 5.
Hey, Bunny.
Yes.
Hey, can I talk? I had to go to school and I didn't get home in time by 9. You know, you never are off the clock as an administrator. Hey, can I go ahead and emphasize when we get back? Because then I have another meeting about the directory.
Yes.
Okay. If we can do that when we come back.
Over that, and we send it out to everybody, Rhonda.
Yes, I want to just connect my face to who's going to be contacting them. Just a face-to-face, and just a quick little snippet, just say, okay, I'll be hounding you. So, okay. I mean, it's just Saturdays in the spring are crazy at school, it seems like.
I got it.
Yeah, which you should know with your husband.